Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to create Smurfette on your Rainbow Loom. The supplies that you need for today are your Rainbow Loom set up with the middle row above the other two. You can also use a crazy loom, a twist and loop, or a wonder loom. You will need your hook. You need blue, yellow, and white. White is for her hat, dress, and shoes. Blue is her skin, and yellow is her hair. You will also need either 2 blue or black beads threaded onto 2 white bands. And if you do not own beads, then you can take a black band. These are blue, I'm going to show you an example. And you would wrap your black band around your hook 4 times, and you would repeat that again, so another black band 4 times, and you would thread those 2 black bands onto a blue band, which is the color of your Smurf, and then that would become Smurfette's eyes. Smurfette actually has blue eyes, but if you use a blue band, it'll just blend in with her face, so I suggest using a black band, or unless you have a darker shade of another blue. So I'm going to begin by showing you that I already have some set up on my Rainbow Loom, and the first step is, after you have gathered your supplies, you're going to take a single yellow band and go down 10 times. And at the very last peg, you're going to wrap that single band around 4 times, and that becomes the capping band. You can make her hair as long as you want. This is how it would look if you did it 10 times. And here's Smurfette. So it's pretty long. And that's her hair, and you need to make 4 of these. So after you have looped those, you will make 3 more sets of these, going down 10. And then wrapping a single band around 4 times. For the middle, you will go down, these are her arms, you will use double band and go down 4 times and wrap a single blue band around 4 times as well. So 4 and 4. And you will make 2 sets of those. This is her hair, you need 4. This is her arm, so you need another set of her arm. And then where it has the 3 blue and 1 white, that will become her leg and her shoe. So this is what you're looping, and you're also doing 2 sets of these. So this is her leg, and you go down 3 times with blue, and then it's 2 blues, 2 blues, 2 blues, 2 whites, and then a single white wrapped around 4 times. And that is her leg and shoe. Again, the middle is her arm, which is this one, and you need 2 sets of those. And then this one is going to become the side of her dress. This one, make sure you remember that you just go down 4 times using double white, but you are not going to wrap a cap and band 4 times. You're going to wrap it only 3. So for her dress, you're wrapping a capping band only 3 times around. And you're also making 2 sets of those. So you need 4 of her hair, 2 arms, 2 legs and shoes, and 2 of the side of her dress. And begin making those, loop them, put them to the side, and when we return, I will begin to show you how to make Smurfette. Once you have finished looping, this is what you should have. You should have 4 links of her hair. You should have 2 sets of the side of her dress, making sure that at the end you only wrapped it around 3 times. Her legs and her shoes, and her arms. Now we can begin by making Smurfette. So you will take a single white band and place it on here, on the first peg. And then using double bands, you will go down 3 times on each row. Then grab your yellow bands and place 2 here. 2 there. And 1 down on each peg. Then we will switch to blue. Put some on the table. And go down 3 times, but on the 3rd one we are turning in. So on the 3rd we turned in on both sides. Using the blue, still using double, go down. This is her neck. Her left shoulder. Right. And now we are switching back to white. I'm going down 4 times. In the middle as well. Now we can grab her hair links and place them on this peg right here. So it's the 4th one down from the top. And you're placing 2 links on that one. Then you can grab her arms and place them over here. Her arms are the ones with only blue. If they have white on them, that's her feet, that's her shoe. You can place her legs now on this last peg. Yeah. And then if you have her eyes ready made, where you wrapped the 2 black bands and then you threaded those onto a skin color band, you can place it on these 2. I'm going to use the e-beads instead. I show this technique in almost all my videos. In case you don't know, I threaded an E-bead onto a band using dental floss, and then I take the loop, put it on my hook, I twist it, and I place my hook through that loop. I place the other loop on my hook, I twist that as well, and then take the hook and place it through that loop. And then this becomes my Smurf's eyes, and I will thread all those onto a blue band. And I'd place that right here. And that's the 5th peg down on both sides. And you just separate the eyes. And then for her nose, you take a blue band and wrap it around your hook 4 times. And then grab another single band and pull those onto that single band and place it on this peg. And that is where the eye band is, one below it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th peg on both sides is where the nose goes. And then we're going to add the side of her dress. Grab the side of the white bands which were the side of her dress, and you're going to place them on this peg, and that's the second one up, and you can do that with this one as well. And then grab your hook and place it through the bands that we wrapped around only 3 times and stretch it to the peg above. And the same on here. Just stretch it to the peg above. And then we are going to be placing the triangle bands. Grab a single white band and place it on these 3 pegs, but wrap it around twice. Do the same for these 3. Wrap it around twice. Same on these 3, and again, wrap it around twice. Grab a blue band and place it on these 3 pegs and wrap that around twice too. And that is the triangle band on her face is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th peg down as well. So you place a single band and wrap it around twice. Grab a single white band, place it from here to here, just like that. You don't need to wrap it twice. And then another single band from here to here, but you are wrapping that one around twice. And now we can loop. You are going to reach in under where her legs are and grab the bottom 2 white bands and bring them forward. Reach in all these bands where her extension is and that triangle band and only grab the 2 bottom white and bring that forward. Again, you're going to be pushing back the triangle bands and all those bands and just grabbing the 2 white and bring that forward. Push back that triangle band, bring up the white. Now I stopped over here. You have to bring the blue to this peg, but I stopped here because I'm going to loop the middle first, because I want her shoulder color to show first when we loop. So just loop the middle all the way up, and once you looped the middle row, then you can reach back into the arm, grab the 2 bottom blue, and bring that to the middle. We're reaching into the leg again, and grabbing just the bottom white, and bringing that up. Reach in here, it's going to be a tight squeeze now, and just grab the bottom 2 white bands, and bring those up. Pushing the triangle band and the extension away, bring those up. This part is easy. Reach in just for the bottom 2 blue bands and bring that to the middle peg. You're going to grab the neck band, make sure you push back everything except those 2 and bring them up slowly. See, mine are tight. I'm going to stick my hook in here and wiggle it to bring it up. The next 2 bands you're going to grab are the first 2 in here. If you don't know, you can go like this, pull on the neck band, and if you looped in the same order as me, it should be your neck band, and you can bring that forward. The next 2 for me are on the right for me, and you can bring that to the right, and then the last 2 go to the left. So we looped all these 3. I like to loop the middle of the face first. Make sure when you loop this part that the eye band, the eyes are out of the way. And now stop right here at the yellow. Do not go further. Reach in here. Bring that forward. Push back the triangle band and eye band. Nose band, and then grab the 2 bottom blue, bring that forward, push back that eye band, grab the 2 yellow, bring that forward. You're grabbing this is where it gets tricky. On the bottom there is a set of yellow bands right here and a set of white bands. We're grabbing the first 2 yellow bands first. So reach in and just grab the 2 yellow bands and bring it to the middle peg. And now let's go back to the bottom over here and loop the rest of her face. Reach for the bottom blue, bring that forward. The yellow, bring that forward. Again, we're reaching for the yellow band and not the white. So grab those 2. These are the ones we're grabbing. These. Reach in and make sure you just grab the 2 yellow bands. And bring them to the middle. Once you have looped this to the middle and this one to the middle, you can then re-enter this one and grab the 2 bottom white bands and loop that forward. Reach in here, grab the 2 white bands, bring that forward. Reach in here, the 2 white bands, bring that forward. And then you can just loop like you normally would all the way to the last peg. Grab those, loop that forward, loop that. Avoid this band, push it out of the way, and then loop the 2 white bands up. Again, avoid this band. And now we have finished that part. Once you get to the top, you're going to grab these sets of bands and put it to the middle. And then grab these and put it to the middle. place your hook all the way through this peg and reach for that single white band. Bring it up, place both of them on your hook, bring the first band over and make a slip knot. And when you pull, just pull gently so it doesn't tear. Then use the back of your hook and take off your Smurfette slowly. I do one peg at a time. I'm going to remove her, and when I come back I will show you what she looks like. So this is how she looks like when she's off of the loom, and you need to just look for that nose band that we placed and try not to pull it too hard. It was in the middle, and just try to pop it through. As far as her hair, you can either leave it loose, or I will show you what you can do. You can take your hook and put it through the bottom loops of her hair, and then grab another single yellow band, thread all those onto there. So we're just sliding them on, and then you would use an S-clip and secure those two yellow bands. And then if you want her hair to stay together, then you can just use two of her dress bands in the back. And then her hair would stay like that. Or you can just leave it loose and her hair can be flowing. As far as her eye, if when you removed her from the loom your eyes were sticking up like that, just pull on them a little bit and then push it down into her eye, into her face. So here's mine, and then I'm going to push it into the space where her eye would be, and then it looks normal. And if you want her to have the same little poof on top of the hat like Papa Smurf does, I will show you right now how I did that the other day. Let me grab an S-clip. You will take a single white band and wrap it around your hook 3 times, and then another 3 times. So we wrapped one band, another band, and then another band wrapped around 3 times, and the last one. So it's 4 bands wrapped around 3 times. Then grab 2 bands and slide those on. If you just pinch them and pull them up, they should go right on. Then place that other loop on your hook. And what I do is I just thread it through, and then I take an S-clip and I S-clip one of the loops so that it doesn't fall apart. Leave one loop on your hook. Actually put it on your finger. So one is with an S-clip, one's on your finger. Reach through the back of her hat, through the top somewhere, and grab that loop and pull it through. And then, still with the loop on your hook, re-enter the other side of the hat. It doesn't matter which bands, just go through a couple. And then you can take your loop and place it on your hook. Once it's on your hook, then you can remove your S-clip. And just be careful. and then slowly bring that other band through. What did I do wrong? Okay. And you can S-clip that if you want, like that. And then just, you can hide the S-clip in the back if you stick it in there. And there is the little puffy part of the hat. And that is how you make Smurfette. Please check out Papa Smurf. And I hope it wasn't too difficult. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, please subscribe.